How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is AfroDJMac. I want to share with you my RapMan rack. My friends Superkid and El Dantastico were nice enough to let me borrow their Casio Rapman. And look at the box. Got our MC Hammer type character, our Vanilla Ice sort of guy. Yo! The world's first rap keyboard, right here. Definitely a time-stamped thing from a day when people thought rap was nothing but a passing fad. And we have since learned that that is not the case. So, here is what you get. Lots of different sounds. There's over 20 of them. I have a rack set up that has all the sounds in it, and they're all right here, down here. And then I also included racks with each individual sound, and they're all mapped out right here. That just gives you a little versatility in case you want to just have one sound. Or, you know, if you want to have them all at your disposal, which is the way I like it, they're all right here. And what would be a RapMan without a beat, right? So, it comes equipped with some cool beats for you to play around with. And they do have some character, don't they? And sometimes I like to pitch these down a little bit. You know, you can add things like your own grooves to them and really play around with them. Some of them even have their own music, which you can play around with and have some fun with. This is my favorite one. Makes me feel good to be alive. Makes me want to hang out. Okay, so, you know, there's a bunch of those in there for you to play around with, mangle, and use in your own productions. So let's look at the rack here, the RapMan rack. Here it is, some macro knobs. Here are the different sounds and some of the effects. So first thing I want to show you is just the preset selector. So, you know, we got all our sounds, and as we turn that knob, and let me open up our chain, you can see what's happening. We get different sounds. And they are pretty interesting. Like I said, definitely sounds like the time it came from. Early 90s, I'd imagine. Even an orchestra hit. Somehow this is known as a vocoder. Twinkle echo, not Twinkie. And the emergency alarm, which I think is kind of cool. Could hear this on a dance floor during a transition on a track. Some nice bass sounds in there. Anyway, so this is how you get through them, is with this preset selector. So I'm going to hide this again. So let's look at what's in here. We have a filter. Okay, low pass filter right there. I have the LFO mapped out, so you turn up the LFO and then the rate. Some more drastic stuff. Okay. And what you'll notice, you hear it kind of going a little bit to the left and the right. That's because I left the phase here at about 8.57. Normally I'd bring it down to 0, so everything stays right down the middle. But something about the RapMan just begs to dance around in your headphones, you know? So I left it about there, you know. Play around with that as you wish. Next, I've put a chorus on it. It just gives it some space and some additional life. There's also a tremolo, which is set up through the AutoPan plugin. All the way to the left is off. And as we turn it up, we get our tremolo. Now, if you prefer some normal auto-panning, just bring this back up to 180 or thereabouts and turn that up. And you get your normal left to right auto-pan effect. Okay. Next, we have a ping pong delay, which gets activated as we turn the dry and wet knob up. And will be mutated with the delay rate knob. You hear the twisting sounds because I have it set to repitch. If you don't like that, just go to fade. and you get something a little more smooth. And if you want something a little glitchy sounding, go to jump, and you hear those pops, which almost sounds like vinyl, which, you know, goes with the whole rap theme we got here. So that's kind of fun. And of course our preset selector knob. Okay. One thing that's nice about this rack is that it does go a lot lower than the RapMan would normally go. You get some nice bass sounds out of this thing, surprisingly heavy. Also, of course, it goes much higher. And that gives us some sort of like digital, like noise, and I think there's a lot of character to this. Some harmonics start jumping out of nowhere and just creates some interesting sounds. So that's the RapMan rack for you. All these individual tracks are just the individual presets for your convenience. There are over 20 of them. There's about 24 beats, it looks like, here for you to play around with too. I hope you enjoy it. There is some charm to this thing. I've had a lot of fun using it and working it into my productions. Brings some character and some nostalgic sounds to it. I hope you enjoy that. Let me just show you what's inside the download real quick. You get, of course, the live set. You get some instructions on how to save, how to find the samples in case you're not using live. You can use it in another audio workstation. Here are all the samples, all the beats, and all the different sounds right there for you to play around with. Also, if you don't have the sampler, the Ableton plugin, you can use this particular set, which uses Simpler. And that way you can still use this stuff. Okay, so that's about gonna do it. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy it. Take care.